Decided we'd do more of this today. I don't really feel like working on game dev stuff because I'm a bit scatterbrained today. Tired. Don't really want to think right now. Alright, so this is all junk. This is the usable stuff. We have a single ostrich egg because we used one to make the apatosaur. Let's check on the animals. We should have 3 copies in here, presumably. Hey, fun time, Fred boy. How's it going? Presumably they are inside the feeder sleeping, and we just can't see them. Yeah, I see one, the tail there, so... If one is there, I'm sure they're all there. And there's our apatosaur, who needs an expanded pen. So I wasn't sure if I was going to play this again. So we weren't, like, building with any sense of, like, future planning. We're just kind of doing some stuff. Just want to get some animals out just to see them. So it's probably in our best interest to work on cleaning this place up a little bit. Hey, Cryo, Happy New Year's as well. So, maybe I want to look inland a little bit and maybe think about if I find a new place to move to. Or at least to set up my dinosaurs at. Let's see. Also, I was curious. I wonder if there's any way we can reclaim DNA. Yeah, I said Happy New Year's. Oh, are you just accidentally posted twice? I see, I see. Spam in the chat. Can't believe you would do this. Alright, so if we take maybe a syringe, do we think a syringe can be used to, like, get a DNA sample? I have no idea if that's actually a thing, but we can try just for fun. Okay, blood-filled syringe. It actually does do something. What that might be, I have no idea. What is my progress? Very minimal progress. We've got a couple of animals around. What could we maybe do with this? Okay, I can put it in here. Samples should be analyzed properly. How does that work? Maybe I can put it in here. Oh, okay, okay, okay. This was always a nitpick I had with some of these mods, where you couldn't, like, archive animal DNA, really. Like, you'd clone the animal and you'd just be out the DNA, and that kind of sucked. Okay, 100% quality Apatosaurus. Cool. So we can like do a DNA archive. I really like that. Just thinking about what I want to do here with this. How about... Yeah, let's take a new chest. We'll start like a chest specifically for like archived DNA we've cloned. Did we get the syringe back? No. You finished Arc and Platinumed it. Congratulations. That's probably... I imagine that's a lot. I actually don't really know. I don't remember. I think when they wake up, maybe we can syringe them from the trapdoor. Or maybe I can just get them through the fence. We'll try that later. Alright, let's go scouting. Let's think about finding a new place to set something up here. Also, let's collect eggs real quick. Although I think we already have probably plenty of eggs. I'm not even going to go inside. Like, I probably don't want to go too far away from the base. We do have, like, a jungle here. It's maybe a little further than I want to travel, though. I don't really want to have to boat back and forth to, like, dinosaur land. You know what? I think we'll think about doing like an herbivore pen around here. This is a test to see if the animals kill themselves on trees, which has been a problem in some other dinosaur mods. Wait, why did a message get... Oh, it flagged you saying don't ban me. That's very funny. We allow that. That's fine. Yeah, I don't remember. Are those bosses in Ark Funtime Fredboy? I don't remember specifically the bosses and stuff. I know I did them, or at least some of them. I don't remember exactly, but I definitely don't remember the details. So what we could do is we could find a nice hill to start building a pen out of. Like, yeah, like here. If we like dig out some of the dirt, then we can use like a natural wall. I think that's the plan. Maps have a couple bosses each. Right. Yeah, I forgot about the whole map thing. I remember now. Just curious if we'd been down here, but it doesn't look like it. So maybe we take like this terrain level here. Dig up to that, or flatten out to that. Let's just start it like this. Wonder if we have a decent way to get the apatosaur to move over here. We might not. We can probably make like a pathway or something once we get a pen set up. You know what? I could leave. I don't need to flatten this out. We could leave this with a variable terrain elevation too, just to get a sense about how the animals react to that. Still kind of mod testing stuff anyway, so. Ow. Hey, Rugops, how's it going? Same world as last stream, yeah. Decided to come back for a little bit since I'm a little tired. Don't really want to work on game dev stuff today. Okay, we got a pit in the ground here. I think I filled this in. In fact, let's take this tree out of here. Alright, let's go get Compy DNA recollected. So we can archive that in case they die. And then get some shovels and continue to play around there with what we're going to do for an animal pen. Uh-oh. Well, we don't have to worry anymore about the Apatosaurus not fitting in its pen. I wonder if it walked over the fence. If it got big enough to just do that, maybe? Okay. Well... Can't reach him. The Apato was over here in that single level of fence down there. Which either it just straight up walked out over the fence, which would not surprise me at all. I was just curious if this would somehow manage to actually contain it. Or possibly, like, leaving the chunk or something cause it to clip out, but it probably just walked over the fence, honestly. Given that the compies have never exhibited any capability to clip out. Okay, well... Oh, I got one. Okay, I don't... This is going to be really hard because I don't know which compies I'm going to, like, get DNA from. Can I click on your tail? Hmm. I could just collect 3 compy DNA and call it a day, I suppose. You can back the fuck up, guy. Yeah, he's the, where'd he go? Hello? It's a good thing I, got a DNA sample from it, because, I'm a little worried it might have fell in the ocean. There it is. I heard it before I saw it. That's very funny. Oh, it's just out here living its life now. Okay, I was curious if it could step on me. Doesn't seem to step on me. Okay, they backed off slightly. DNA. DNA. Okay. So yeah, I doubled up on this one, I guess, because it's the same. Like, 2 stack, 1 doesn't. But I think I'm just gonna pretend that's DNA from 3 separate copies, because I think it's fine. Oh, actually, it's probably the 99 and the 100, because we had one that was not completely complete, right? 100%. Times 2. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a genetic system anyway, right? No, these are both 100. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. Shovels, right. Yeah, I don't know if free roaming is going to be a problem or not. Maybe it's fine with something like an Apatosaurus that's not going to like charge you down. Because it should be able to feed itself. Like it shouldn't starve out. But we'll see. That was the feeder ejecting. It's supposed to eat leaves. Oh. Why did... Interesting. Pig spawned. Must have just been a random thing. They just happened to spawn, I guess. I would like this meat. I could probably go check on the Pato health. See if it is eating or anything. Wherever it went to. Does this not show entities or something? Wait. No, not currently. Oh, because I don't have the mini map, which is the... Okay, yeah. There's like two separate mods, I think. Since this is only the map mod, I think it just doesn't have the capability to show entities on the map, maybe? Looks like it. That's probably fair. Like, it's kind of OP. Alright, Apatosaurus. Uh-oh. Is it dead? That don't look good to me. What? Oh, she's like glitched. Okay. uh, she was laying down, I guess? She's doing good. Just her legs are bugged out. Biblically accurate Apatosaurus. Alright. Hey, Mutasaurus, how's it going? Well, potentially we can trap her if she ever finds her way over into this stuff. We're going to be making an actual pen. Let's go down here and grab this coal quick. I never do the whole offhand thing. I just don't think of it. Because, like, most of the Minecraft I played was older versions that didn't let you do this. Guess I just fill this in for now. Yeah. Yeah. Go do some fossil hunting too. Don't want to spend all day just making a pen. But, we'll do a little bit of this still. I should look at the fencing situation. There might be... There's just regular fence. Secure grid door, high security door. Let's do... Get rid of this. Get rid of all of this. Let's just look at the stuff in the mod. Don't know how these work yet. These cosmetic genes and stuff. I don't even know if they do work. We could try to figure that stuff out. Play some blocks and shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. Accurate. This is an accurate description of what's currently happening. Well, when I'm playing a dinosaur mod that doesn't have like its own fence system, I usually just use iron bars. They look pretty good as far as like a fence style, like a JP style fence goes. Apparently that's got the Jeep Wrangler in it. We've got frog items, which are interesting. Frog, mosquito, squid. A clicker for like raptor training, maybe. We'll have to maybe check out some doors. Corrugated iron stairs. Corrugated iron slab. I don't think that would be a good block as a basis for a fence. Roof tiles. Yeah, what would I want to use then? Maybe like stone. Yeah, there's a lot of Operation Genesis and JWE inspiration in this mod specifically. It's pretty cool. I like it. Like iron would use up too much iron. I could try if we have like a good, I don't know, like a chiseled something or other. Chiseled deep slate? Maybe. I'll probably just end up using like stone brick. It's kind of easier. Readily available. Yeah, it is the OG modular builder in a way. I mean, that would be Lego, kind of, right? And there was, like, Minecraft is not a wholly original concept. There was some other older game that provided a bit of inspiration for this, from what I remember. Kind of a case of, like, some other weird indie game that, like, didn't quite, meet the, expectations, and so the dev decided to make their own take on it, which became Minecraft or whatever. If I remember correctly, that's kind of the deep lore or whatever it was way back in the day. Or I dreamt that. Who knows? Okay, so we got kind of this. This would be a good place to connect it. That dirt just kind of naturally goes out there. Oops, didn't mean to break the shovel. Could have repaired, wasn't paying attention. Okay, I think I'll take out this whole bit here. I'll leave that slight hill there, I think. It's a pretty small hill. No, I'll leave it. Breaks up the terrain a little bit. That's a pretty okay size for like a starting area, I think. I have never seen the Minecraft movie. I did not care about it at all. I ultimately almost never engage with Minecraft without mods. To me, Minecraft is at its strongest as a platform for you to, like, build a game out of, almost. So turning Minecraft into a Pokemon game or a Jurassic Park game is generally, where I get all my enjoyment from it. Or an Alien versus Predator game, which is a thing I did one time. Which is actually pretty sick. Oops. Okay, I want these. Egg. So we have a stack and a half of iron already. We have 7 extra bars there. 8 stone. More than 8 stone. Don't think I want to convert all my iron straight into fence, but we can do that. Then there was a security door, which was that. Yeah, I think modding's a big part of it as well. Okay. I mean, I don't love that as a door concept, but it's fine. It's not bad. Wonder if I should take a... You know what? I want to try an experiment. I'm going to see what happens if I syringe a butterfly. Maybe I should collect some DNA from other, like, animals and see what happens if I process it. Like, let's see, can I get chicken DNA? That's not what I meant to do. Let's take this out of my hand. Okay, chicken DNA doesn't seem to be a thing. Which is maybe not surprising because it's base game, but the butterflies have to have a reason to exist, right? Well, I don't seem to collect DNA from them, so that's not it. Whatever purpose the butterflies serve. Maybe the butterflies are a joke. Maybe they're an in-joke for the butterfly effect, right? Chaos theory? That could be the case. Okay, did the apatosaur do this? What happened to this tree? She's over there right now. Is she still glitched? Yeah, it looks like her legs are still being weird. Are you stuck on this tree or something? What's your problem? Okay, maybe she was stuck under the tree. Oh, whatever. I put all my dirt away. I should have kept some on me. That's fine. We'll be coming back to do more work on this. Now, I'm thinking... Actually, yeah, let's just do this. This is kind of what I'm thinking for the bigger animal pen here. We'll just start chucking all the herbivores in here, maybe. But then maybe we build like some sort of kind of observation post type building or something for fun. Let's just take this whole tree out. It's too close to the fence anyway. It'll short it out, right? Conceptually. Yeah, having the support pillars is what gives it more of a Jurassic Park vibe, and I like to put torches on top for, like, conceptually security lights or something, kind of like you see in the first movie. But it is nicer if there actually is a fence in the mod, because some mods do have, like, JP-inspired fences and stuff in them. I think I'll fill into this level. Gonna go shopping, be back soon? Okay, catch you later. Be here for a little bit yet. A couple more hours, probably. Yeah, so I think we just, like, connect these up, and then we put, like, a little outpost building here, and that's good enough. I think that was 10 specifically, right? Yeah. I should collect some more of this for the feeder too. This is Jurassic Saga. It is a pretty new mod on the scene for Jurassic Park mods. It's an alpha right now. It's one of, like, 4 I've been keeping my eye on, and it's kind of like, I think, the only one in that time that's actually come out. There was one that was out already. Well, and then there's the Jurassic Graph itself, which is the paywalled one, but this one I like how much inspiration it's drawing from JPOG and JWE, and specifically, like, the classic era, with some deep cut stuff like video game skins and references to old toys and stuff like that. I think it's pretty neat. Okay, so that fence segment there, and then we're going to put in some sort of base in the corner, which will have an exit so that we can get out into the animal pen. This mod does seem to be the kind of mod that wants to have all the canon animals in it. Not even canon. It seems to want to have all, like, the canon and, like, extended canon type animals in it. Because, like, if we look through the book, right? Let's look at this. So it's taking, one thing it's doing is it's taking, you know, alternate animal skins and applying them to similar animals. Like it's doing, this is a thing I've seen a lot, and especially in like Minecraft mods of like, you know, doing something like a novel velociraptor and calling it a kilobait, or making like the JP3 raptors a kilobator. You know, Alamosaurus is probably here because of the visitor center skeleton, right? So not even a canon animal, but it's, you know, in the franchise in some way. Yeah, I paid for 1 month of Jurassic Craft just to get it for a little group server thing we did at some point. I don't even know if I made a series out of that or if that was streamed or what I did with that. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't really support the paywalling of that mod. So I did not keep paying after that. Yeah, we got the website Baryonyx design, which is really cool. I also saw there's like yeah, okay, so you can click the genes to see the other skins. Hold on, let's go back. So we got the Chaos Effect, the 90s toy. Then yeah, Rainforest Cosmetic, I don't know what that's referencing. A couple of different shades of Apatosaurus. What is this one coming from? Is this like Lost World on PlayStation or something maybe? This green version of the Baryonyx? Or is this supposed to be one of the action figures? Because the original Kenner Baryonyx is green, but it has more like red on the face, I think. Colovosaurus, this is coming from the novel. This isn't even canon to the novel. This is a different edited version of it that exists that replaces like Microceratus with Colovosaurus. Pterodactylus. This color palette's based on the Kenner Pteranodon. I see this a lot on Pterodactylus. This is a Mattel toy and a novel reference. Like, some deep cuts. I really like the roster. Yeah, the Chaos Effect skins are nuts. Compies. Oh, we got the Jurassic World hologram Dilophosaurus. See, this is like crazy to go through the effort of that deep of a cut. The one that's actually just a remodeled blue. That's a Kenner one. That's the deluxe Kenner Dilophosaurus. Ooh, what is this one from? This is familiar to me. Because this is Jurassic Park the game, right? And then they don't have actually like the film Dilo. Unless this is supposed to be it. But it's all work in progress, of course. That's Operation Genesis Dryosaurus. Eupla from the novel. Galleys. What do we got? Concept art galley. I guess that is maybe... No, I would say this is more in line with the concept art. This is maybe one of the JWE skins. Yeah, some of these might be JWE skins. Given that that's the inspiration for like literally the titles of them. Hadro from the novel. I've seen this color palette for Hadro. I think this is the Jurassic Park Institute website from like 2002 or something. Or maybe this one's the Institute website skin. Ludodactylus for the JP3 Pteranodon. A very common headcanon thing people do in the community of thinking of that as a different animal. That's a JWE Maiasaura, straight up. But this is, the choice of color is probably a novel reference, because it is beige in the novel. This is also why I like to make my Maiasaura kind of brownish beige-ish. Meganura, novel reference. Lots of crazy skin colors. Horseshoe crab. Website Metri. Those are JWE color palettes too. Micro. Fourth Dilo. Let's go back to the Dilo. This Rainforest one. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was close to like vivid. This one specifically is labeled rainforest here. Maybe it's rainforest, maybe not. But these aren't one to one the same biomes they have from JWE because there's like pasture, right? So okay, yeah. Then we got the Jurassic Park 3, Lost World. So that's fun. It's interesting that they did not base the Pro Cerrado off of the off JWE. This is like probably Jurassic Park Institute design again. This is very retro with the nose horn instead of the crest. Literally because the fossil was broken. Seen the Pro Comp. Jungle Cosmetic. That feels familiar to me too with the blue face, but I don't know what that would be from. Protoceratops. Stego. That's gotta be from something, but I don't recognize that Stegosaurus skin. Guessing another video game skin or something. That's definitely not a toy line skin, unless it's like a weird Mattel figure. Interesting, though. Oh, do they have any dimorphism? Oh, they do. Oh, shit. That's... Right, we knew they had dimorphism. I just didn't know that you could see it in here. That's fun. Oh, maybe that's the Dilo. Maybe that's where the film one is. Yeah, okay. So they make the Jurassic Park Dilophosaur male, which is a choice. I guess the idea is the Jurassic Park the game ones, you see multiple, right? So they had canon that those are the females, and this was one that had changed to be a male, maybe? The one that kills Nedry? It's a choice. I don't know if I agree with that. Actually, I'm going to go as far as to say I don't agree with that. I think that's objectively wrong, but... More effort for dimorphism than 3? Oh, given that they don't do model changes, yeah. Like, actual thought put into, like, what a female and a male look like in the context of the franchise? Yes. Let's phrase it this way. More effort for capturing the canonical dimorphism than Evolution 3 has. That's the cleaner way to phrase that. See, I always take it that the dinos that change sex don't physically change their like color palette, right? Because then they would notice. I'm on the side of them being sneaky males. Because like we know one of the raptors was male out of the 3, but they all look the same. I don't know if this is supposed to be the J-Pog Styrac, maybe. That's very subtle, or this actually isn't changing anything. Okay, the trike is actually not switching anything. Oh, no, it is. Yeah. Okay. It's because this doesn't, yeah, okay, I see. Wait, do I see? Female, male, forest. No, it is subtly different, yeah. Forest is slightly more green. Okay. Ah, making the quills the dimorphism on the Troodon is interesting. Oh, I like that. I like having like the Lost World Tiger Stripe for a Troodon. That's fun. Oh yeah, same thing with the Tylo having bigger back spikes. Yeah, it could be that the big one turned male. I kind of like the idea that the 2 subordinate raptors that survived were the males, and the big one was just the dominant female, and she killed all the competitors to like monopolize the males. Because it doesn't make much sense otherwise for there to be like one raptor that turns male and then kills a bunch of other ones. I think it's also fun for there to be 2 males, 1 female. Yeah, with the cannon dimorphism, and then we have Forest and rivers. So that is the Red Rex / the Novelty Rex. Very fun. Very cool. See this too. Why can't we have this in JWE3? Why can't we have like the novel skin just thrown in? It doesn't even have to be explicit. Like, just give us a good like base red T-Rex that, you know, has this vibe, and we could, you know, imagine it ourselves. There's something somewhat close to this, at least in 2, but it's not as good, I feel like. The Rex doesn't have very strong striping ever in JWE, which is disappointing. Especially given that, you know, we have this male that has decently strong striping, but whatever. Ooh. So we got Special, Chaos, Pasture, Steppe, and River. Okay, so they're doing the, like, JP1 Raptor as the female of the Lost World stripe, but that's not correct. This is actually wrong. Because there are female raptors in Lost World that are different than the ones from the first film, but it's fine. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Unless, okay, wait, maybe this is the tiger stripe female. This might actually be intended to be the Jurassic Park 1 raptor. That's why it's a special. That could be the case. So maybe I have to take back what I just said. Chaos Effect, the Night Hunter Alpha or whatever it was. Iconic, but also ridiculous. But that's good. Ooh, we got the Trespasser Raptor. Crazy. Again, this would have been a fun thing to reference in Jurassic World Evolution. Just get rid of the shitty nonsense raptor pattern and then give it some frontier splotches, but give it this like red and brown combo, and then voila, you can reference the Trespasser Raptor. That would have been fun. Yeah, so I think I'm going to build that as the compound perimeter. Is my torch still up there? I guess I picked it up. Can't quite reach it. Okay. Yeah, the Chaos Effect animals are a whole vibe. I think that'll be fine as an airlock system. Then we can put a little window here so you can see out. And we'll put like an upper level as like an observation tower. Then we'll get some sort of thing down here where we can actually get up to this decently. But we're out of resources, so I think we'll go mining now. I do have more blocks in the furnace, actually, I could use. Wait, what's a Raja Brook? What are we talking about? Oh, the butterfly? Yeah, I don't think the butterflies are I don't get the feeling they're configured to spawn in any particular biomes. They're just kind of everywhere. Yeah, I at some point, spoiler, I'm gonna do a series called "What If I Ran Jurassic Park" and Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I'm probably gonna use a lot of males specifically instead of females, as the brighter colors and more spicy patterns makes them for a better display animal. And that'll be part of the so-called canon of that episode, I think, or that park build. Have I watched the new Starter Squad episode? I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what we're talking about. Let's get this feeder as well. This doesn't need to be in here. Yeah, yeah. If the population was all male, then that would also not be a factor, the parthenogenesis. The only argument you could make for why you'd want them to be females is maybe the males would kill each other more often. But yeah, I always thought it would be more logical in the franchise if the twist in Jurassic Park, instead of it being frog DNA allowed the animals to change sex, if the twist was just surprise, dinosaurs were broadly parthenogenetic and they just self-cloned all the time. Because the whole point is like hubris, trying to control shit you can't control. And that still works if it's just natural instead of like a frog DNA twist. Wait, why did pigs spawn in there again? I'm starting to wonder if pigs are coming out of the feeder sometime, if that's intended or a glitch. I don't even know. Let's see here. I need a new axe. Maybe a new pick as well. Yeah, Mosas are a good candidate for that for sure. Which is surprising because they've never used that in the franchise. Like they could have the Mosas expanding, but it still always was the one until Rebirth that we saw every time. Yeah, I wouldn't hate it if the pigs were actually like an intentional thing. Like maybe because I put pork in the feeder, like if it comes time for a feeding and it ejects a piece of or would eject a piece of pork, maybe it's coded to eject a live pig because that's, more in line with like the live feedings from Jurassic Park. That would be pretty cool, I think, overall. All right, I think I'll just slap this down like here. It's a little glitchy, but I know why that is. It's because it's actually only one block wide. I've seen this in other mods too, this kind of glitch. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume that maybe Jurassic World anticipated that and actually did, like, specifically sterilize it or something. It could be a thing. It wouldn't really fit well with the, recurring theme of hubris. Like, it would actually be a level of foresight that you wouldn't really expect from them to preemptively sterilize the animal, but, it's not a crazy idea that they would do it. Oops. So I think I'm going to fill the interior, but I'm going to have the exterior be kind of like a retaining wall, which is why I'm doing that stone wall there underneath. I mean, the Mosasaur probably was stressed being in that little lagoon. So that is another excuse you could make, another headcanon thing you could do, but... And I suppose if there were, half a dozen Mosasaur swimming around in the ocean, maybe you wouldn't know that in universe, because only the one would have the tracking chip. Yeah, Mosasaur Jesus. That would get everybody in. I just keep digging this out then. I could keep it like a little small outpost. We could just do it with like a 4x4 interior. I might do that. The Mosasaur cult, indeed. We'll do a entry there with like a little window behind it. Then I think I'll just put a ladder going up the levels. rather than like a stairwell. I'm thinking really just mostly like an observation post, kind of. Yeah, the scale of any kind of park builder or whatever does not really lend itself well to particularly small animals, which is why you don't get much for that. I haven't looked at the terrarium system or whatever you want to call it, the small animal exhibits in PK yet. I did see the roster for that though, pretty nice roster. Good variety of small animals, better than I was kind of thinking. Not that I was thinking very hard about it, mind you, but okay. Chuck this dirt in the hole, then we'll go mining. Butterfly, I'm gonna need you to move. Oh, that's not good. I don't like that. Do they have to be offset? Is that the only way a double door works like that? Oops. Also don't like that this door just destroys itself when I touch it. I don't think I'm going to use these. That's really annoying. I don't want that to happen when I'm like actually setting this place up. We can use one down here. But I'm going to put a different door up there. Maybe iron ones. The vibe for iron doors is usually pretty good. Patasaur check. It's a little hungry, but it's literally on a tree. I feel like it probably will eat at some point. Get out of the tree. I should have probably just made this pen narrower so I could actually pick up all the eggs walking around the outside of it, but I think we already have more chicken eggs than we're ever going to need. And I am completely out of coal, so that's something to keep in mind here. We don't need these shears anymore. Let's take, stick some wood with us. Let's take a crafting table. I can get rid of that. I can leave it underground somewhere. Why was the music so dramatic? Okay, still 3 compies. Pro compies. I guess we were never down here? Given that there's fossils like right here. I think I saw this hole and I just never went in here to mine. So I don't think I would have missed that. I'm also probably going to start collecting bones so that we can regrow food. Now that... Wait, did I do that? I guess I did. Yeah, the fresh bones is not really immersive. Also, just the fact that every block drops so much shit is kind of weird. But again, this is an alpha, so I'm also gonna give them slack for that reason. I think I hope I got everything there because I can't see anymore. And that is a proper... Actually, is that a proper water-filled cave, or is it the water flowing from here? Because I might be able to block this. No, it's not. That is actually a water-filled cave right there. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna block this so that shit doesn't drift away. We can make the water work for us. Why do rocks float? I don't understand. Okay, it's Jurassic Marine, some other more Jurassic stuff. The rest of the coal is just not worth the effort. It was like blocks of cobblestone floating. It wasn't even just fossils that were floating, though. That's the immersion breaking thing. I guess the cobblestone has been broken up to have air pockets in it. Quite the crevice we got here. Well, this will be a pretty good mine shaft to keep exploring, I think. Digging straight down, increasing your blood pressure. Yeah. You gotta live dangerously sometimes, you know? Otherwise, life gets too dull. Do a little bridge. Learn to squirt it like a horny toad. Yeah, that's a strat. Weirdly enough, I was playing Trivial Pursuit yesterday with Garrett and some other collaborators from the YouTube channels. And one of the questions was literally like, what is the defense mechanism of a horny toad? So the blood squirting from the eyes thing has come up twice in like less than 24 hours. Unrelatedly, it's very strange that that's happened. I guess everybody's got toads on the mind. Alright, we got some Triassic, more Jurassic. Mostly Jurassic, which is good. I think Triassic is only pro comp from what we figured out last time, which means we probably don't want a bunch of Triassic Amber, or we'll just keep making more and more angry little coelophysids. We don't really need to do... Jeez, look at the drop. This place is a pit. Didn't mean to put the torch down. The hell rock is this? Smooth basalt. Okay. Oh, is that an amethyst geode? We saw one before that was open on the side. Oh, yep, sure enough. There we are. Don't break the blocks that have clusters growing from them. Okay, I didn't even know they were farmable, and I didn't even... is there enough to actually do with them that you have reason to farm them? Tinted glass, skulk sensor. Okay, yeah, I think some of this stuff wasn't... Some of this stuff was added after amethyst was added, right? Last game released on the Nintendo 3DS was about horseshoe crabs, huh? Crazy. Where's the iron from here? There. Guess that's it. Kind of interesting how it was sticking out of the side of the canyon there. That's fun. I don't think I have any good reason to really go down right now. I'm going to go back up. Because I am here for fossils, and the deeper I go, the less interesting the fossils are, so I'll keep the calcite. Current speedrun time for the game is sub 11 minutes. I'm not terribly surprised. Speedrunners do get to be crazy efficient, so. Okay, so there's maybe a way there we haven't been. That could be useful. Yeah, it seems probably like it's gonna have fossils. There's an appropriate irony to the final legacy being horseshoe crabs because they are, you know, a long-lasting animal species, a living fossil if you prefer the term, which I know some people take umbrage with. So there's that. Like I hear bubbling. Looks like it's just another water pocket, nothing else. Yeah, that's I'm perfectly happy not to have creepers show up behind me when I'm just trying to collect fossils. It's not that type of run. Based on recent events now, Tyrannus is getting into JW3 based on what recent events? Just the popularity of the animal in light of paleontological events, or is there like actual evidence specifically for it being in JW3, like a data mine or something? That was all Jurassic again, that's good. Yeah, creepers are just helping. They just don't know their own power. Oh, what else you want? Yeah, sorry, I misheard your message, Pikmin. My bad. I understand now. For some reason, the first sentence just didn't register. Oh, we're out of torches. Well, there we go. Hey, Ali, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alter the teenage Tyrannosaurus to be Nanotyrannus? What, just to, like, go against current science on that now? If anything, they probably will have to change their juvenile Tyrannosaurus to be less Nanotyrannus-like. Right? I would be okay with Nanotyrannus getting into JWE3 because despite the large amount of Tyrannosaurs we have, we don't actually have any, like, mid-size Tyrannosaurs. And I think that would be kind of interesting. Although I don't actually know what the typical size estimate on a Nanotyrannus is. Like, do they actually qualify as mid-size? I'm not even sure. I am going to steal this torch. Yeah, mid-size is also ambiguous. I'm just thinking something notably shorter than, like, the Alberto and Quanju, like Cryolophosaurus size, maybe a little bit bigger. Because we've got, you know, Itty Bitty with Morose, and then we've got Alberto and Quanju, and we've also got Tyrannosauroids like Proceratosaurus, but they don't really have a Tyrannosaur body plan in the way like Nanotyrannus would. $6 meters for Litheus. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that actually compares to like Albertosaurus and Cryolophosaurus and stuff in terms of real world sizes, because JW3, well, JWE as a franchise in general doesn't do a great job at representing animal sizes accurately. Oh yeah, Eutyrannus, yeah. Eutyrannus is a really large Proceratosaurid, but it's close enough to count, but it's also in the same kind of size category as Quanju Alberto. Something a little smaller would be an interesting thing to add to the roster, I think. But I don't think it should be added like right now. I want to see a few more herbivores added still. Yeah, I would support more realistic sizes for everything in the game. Alberto's like 10. Okay, yeah. So like 6 meters versus 10 meters would be a good size difference, I think. I think that would be interesting in game. Okay. The economy tab is where the rest of the animal ratings are. Right. So the economy tab thing was going to be in the short, but I cut it out for time. I did see that the economy tab changes, but that still doesn't like mesh with the star rating. But I'll take a look at this park rating metrics. I was going through some of the files looking for other files to look at, but since there's so much stuff in there, I was like searching keywords that might have given me something useful, and I never searched anything with park rating metrics. So good, I'll check that. I would like to understand if I can find all those numbers and fix whatever the issue is. But if park rating metrics is actually where those numbers are controlled, then it is different than how JW2 did it, which is not surprising. Quanju should only be around a Utahraptor size? That's kind of crazy. Not surprising to me, though. That sounds about par for the course. Oh, how do we miss this? Will the expert be on intended Jurassic settings in Sandbox? I don't know. Because I haven't tested for sure that I know where the bug settings are coming from, so maybe I'll take a look at the file Ali posted and go from there. Okay, that's where the actual ratings are. Even when you change the difficulty, the rating still uses the default one. So, is it like an actual bug in the code of the game itself, where it just doesn't switch correctly in the ratings? It's not like a typo in the file itself. If that's the case, then it's really hard to fix, for me at least. It's impossible for me to fix it. That's beyond my skill set. But we can compare that file to the actual other sandbox file and try to figure out what the intended one is, and then it would be easy to just overwrite the default to be Jurassic, because I always play on Jurassic anyway, so it's an okay workaround. Well, yeah, it's definitely a bug, but I'm just wondering if it was a bug on a programming level or a bug on a Lua script level, right? Because one I can fix and one I can't, but it sounds like it's programming. Something deeper than just cracking the archive and editing the Luas. Yeah, I think it's probably worth packaging it up as a mod, even if it just changes the default to be Jurassic instead of being easy or whatever it is. I'll probably will do that at a minimum. I could probably put that together this weekend before Saturday night, that we can like maybe test it in the new park. Although the only other consideration would be if the new park is not doable on Jurassic, because I have a very particular concept that might actually be a problem. But I suppose if it's looking unwinnable, we can always uninstall the mod. Yeah. The comfort system is really bad. 100%. It's even worse if you're trying to do anything restrictive with the animals by design. So this ties into the new park I have planned, right? Part of the new park idea I had planned involves some animals only being juveniles at the start. And let me tell you, the game is literally unplayable with all the comfort settings turned on if some of your species are only juveniles. If they have no adults, they just crash to like 10% comfort and you just can't do anything with them. And it's kind of silly. The new park build will be absolutely not 30 species. Even if we do Jurassic settings, we won't be playing on max variety. Or we might be playing on max variety, but we won't get to 30 species. Okay, so how did I get down here again? It's gotta be over here, this way, right? I think it was by the dial, right? Maybe this way. Yeah, the adoption mechanic is one thing that we should figure out at some point. But in this case, part of the scenario I'm cooked up for the new park build involves starting with like one juvenile Tyrannosaurus, and you just can't do that with full comfort. It just doesn't work. But you can turn off social needs in Sandbox, and then that makes it work. So you can still play with comfort on, but social requirements turned off, and then the juveniles won't actually piss and moan because they don't have parents. But I just conceptually don't like that. I just don't like the fact that the default setting for the game is like, the second your animal's family unit collapses, it's just pissed forever, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because that's kind of just limiting and bad in my mind. Like, I really, really like how in Prehistoric Kingdom, when you do a park in, like, challenge mode, you have to start with juveniles. And they have to grow up. I think that's a much, much better system than what GW3 is doing. I mean, like, we know the animals in Jurassic Park were released as juveniles. And I just wish we could do that in the game. Like, I don't know why you can't hatch juveniles from the hatchery in Sandbox. Like, why is the only way to get a juvenile dinosaur in Sandbox to still breed it? That doesn't make any sense. Oops. Yeah, there might be, it's probably, not even might, probably the social requirements are in the database files, and might be able to make animals not care about their parents, depending on how that's configured, but I haven't looked into any of that stuff yet. That gets to be much more complicated than looking at the Lewis scripts, because I need a SQL editor, which is, I'm experienced with SQL, but it's still a little more tedious going through all these tables and databases. Max species in the park rating metrics is 16 or 17. Interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that file before Saturday. Yeah, exactly, Rugops. It's just baffling that the only juveniles are wild bred. It's just strange. All right, some coal. Might as well get 3 stacks of cobble going. Never used the crafting table. That's fine, though. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had a blast protection chest plate. That's very funny. Yeah, pro cops are still staying alive. No sign of starvation yet. Actually, let's empty out the DNA here that's processed already. All right. Lots of stuff. Okay, we got 23 and 20 for Oth. That's our first Dilo. 65, 23 Solaris. And then mesothelioma DNA keeps coming in. I'm just going to start chucking the horseshoe crab. Well, I guess we already started merging it. We'll just keep merging this away, and then I'm not going to worry about this. I don't think I'm going to make crab. Okay, I can't take this back after I put an extra one in there. Okay, but it doesn't consume it. Now, nocturnal gene. Can I take this? Oh, I can. Okay, interesting. This is just like extracted. Huh. Interesting. Oh, and did this one not have nocturnal? How exactly do I intend to start the sandbox with dinosaur, or juvenile dinosaurs? The hard way, by making them and then selling their parents. It's gonna be a mess. I'm not gonna bother with the Solaris because I don't want to deal with setting up another carnivore pen. Not for Solaris anyway. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, there's a lot of horseshoe crab. Well, whatever. We'll keep merging it. It's fine. Neocalamites. I think at some point I'll probably end up setting up a more elaborate DNA storage system, because we're going to pretty rapidly end up with no room, I think. Okay. Easier to buy from the marketplace? It might be, but I want very specific traits and skins on them for the vibes. That's going to be part of it too. So I wonder if any of these have any different DNA. Not you. I suppose I could check all of these. I don't know why I'm taking these out in an order. It doesn't matter. Nocturnal on Dilo. Okay, and then I wonder, if we want to make them nocturnal, would we just, like, combine it? Would we do, like, Okay, yeah, I'm guessing you would have to have 2 DNA, and then you would slot in the nocturnal, then you would combine it that way, maybe? What if I do this? Oh, okay. It remembers. Okay, so I can just, like, remove and reinsert the nocturnal. Cool. I like this mod. I'm really interested in seeing where this goes in the future. I'm definitely going to continue to keep an eye on this. 100%. I guess I'll do a single iron door maybe for the compound. I don't really have enough space to, like, do multiple. Are iron ladders ever a thing? No, just wood. Oops. There we go. I fucked it up. I didn't know if I dragged it over the bottom, it would also just do the same thing it does in the crafting UI. That's probably not enough, right? 9? It might be enough. Alright, let's go see if the Apatosaurus is still in a tree. That may be the first thing we need to deal with. I think she's stuck. I don't know how she got up there properly. She definitely can climb a block high spot. Get out of the tree. There you go. She's not all that much hungry, or hungrier for it, but... Waiting to see if she hurts herself on any of those trees there. Seems fine, I guess. Do they even have health? Because we see a thirst and a hunger meter, but we don't actually see, like, a health bar in here. Maybe they don't even have HP. You would assume they do, just because they're a Minecraft mob, but... Thinking ladder on this side. I think it's too soon to decide how I feel about the species packs. We also might be too soon to say that that is exactly always the case as well. Especially if Dino Kairos was maybe just kind of bumped to be free as kind of a one-time change. Let's see here. Yeah, the price also going up and getting sort of less content depending on the kind of content you care about. Not really great, but it is kind of not unexpected. That is kind of how everything works these days. Not to defend the practice or anything, but I don't know if I want to fill this entire lower level in here with dirt or just kind of fill in the edge. It's not hugely important to decide on that. This place is already starting to fill up with non-dinosaur animals, which is funny. Nobody, close your eyes if you're of a weak temperament. It's more than one way to skin a cat. Cats drop straying weird. We could try out the horseshoe crabs. We could make like a little aquarium. We could do that. We could even we gotta put in water, and actually maybe we put in like a little lake and chuck the crabs in there and see what happens. We could do that. See if they can just kind of survive as ambient wildlife or not. Oops. Welcome back, Muto. How's it going? Okay, we have almost enough ladder to get to the roof. So we need one more set. And then I want to do a little, like, observation thing here. And comes the apatosaur. Do you want to walk up and over that way and then into the animal pen? That'd be really helpful for me if you would do that. keep going that way. She might actually... Nope. I was gonna say she might actually do it if she just keeps moving there, but nope. Also, with the horseshoe crabs, we'll have to figure out if we do hatch those, how we hatch those. We probably need a spider egg, a frog egg. I don't know, a fish egg, maybe. And I have no idea where any of these other eggs come from. We just got to go on an adventure at some point and try to find some like frogs and fish and shit to kill. Actually, maybe I should just jump in the ocean and try to find some fish to kill and see if they just drop eggs like the ostrich does. I'm gonna take this fence apart. Yeah, mosquito eggs is gross. Yeah, it could be mosquito because of the water angle. It would make some sense. Makes more sense than like a fish egg too, because you're, you know, in the arthropod family tree part, whatever. Everything is fish, but not insects and arthropods, right? That's what I mean. You guys all still alive? Looks like it. Alright, we have 4 panes of glass, so that's not going to be enough. Yeah, they could go in some of these pools on the beach too. We could try that as well. But definitely the eggs are the first thing to deal with, so... Okay, what else do I need? We have a door, ladders. You know what, let's just do that. I need some more torches, so I might as well just do this. Yeah, no idea if they go in the incubator. It wouldn't really make sense. Like, I would assume you just put them in the water or something. But, no way to know until we can actually try to hatch one. So I'm gonna go finish the little observation post. Damn it, she came all the way back. And then maybe I'll jump in the ocean for a moment and see what we can find. Yeah, hard to say what to expect here for this mod. Yeah, walk that way. because the dirt is right there. She's kind of staying in the area. She's not like wandering that far. Yeah, I think I definitely need to make an expedition to a swamp. Have we been to a swamp actually, like proper? Because I feel like that might be where frogs are too. We definitely saw mosquitoes. I remember that. I just don't know if we were ever actually in a swamp. Doesn't really look like it because I don't really see one. Unless there's like a small one somewhere we stumbled across partially. Or like the corner of a swamp that's not obvious. Yeah. Ooh, she's kind of getting up where I want her to go. I don't know if we're going to do much else with this tower beyond it just being this little observation post, but fine. Don't go over there. Come back this way. The far southeast. Yeah, what is this? Oh, yep, swamp right here. This little strip. Good eye. Yeah, right there too. This might be, yeah, this is all swamp down here actually. All right, we have a destination. Let's do it. Let's go on a trip. Actually, this looks better. Okay. We have a boat right here. Oh, I wanted to use this bone meal to grow some plants back in the herbivore pen. So let's head back there, actually. And I have too much crap in here. Hmm. I'm going to put all the door-like and fence-like objects in a different chest. We got some prehistoric plant DNA, but nothing cloned. Nothing with Nothing we found more than once. We've all got like 20% DNA or so for the different plants. Ooh, go, 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 go. Get up there. Keep going that way, please. Keep going. If she keeps hanging out in this area, she'll eventually step too close to the cliff and I can push her in. It will happen. Yeah, grass and flower with the Jurassic animal. Not accurate, but it's accurate to the Jurassic Park franchise. In terms of, you know, exhibit design. Why is she always sleeping in a tree? Goddamn arboreal Apatosaurus. Get out of the tree. You don't belong here. Yeah, keep going that way. Pushing around an Apatosaurus. Alright, I think I'll sleep and then we'll go sailing. Oh, skill jump. Would I sleep in a pile of burgers? No. No, I would not. Cake? Also, no, but I'd be far more inclined to sleep in cake than burgers. If I had to sleep in one of those two foods, cake would be less gross. I should bring syringes. Because if we run into like frogs and stuff, we can also see if we can steal frog DNA. That might be a thing. Yeah, a sponge cake is just like a weirdly edible mattress, right? Okay, so we want to sail around and then south. Yeah. No, I wouldn't want to eat it afterwards. That'd be gnarly. It's already 9:30. God damn. Minecraft is one of those games that just the time fucking disappears. It's always like you have a just endless list of goals that you want to get done, and so just because you got so many different little tasks, it just time disappears, just evaporates. You ever crash into a goat in the ocean? I'm not seeing any like interesting fish or anything. Kind of trying to keep an eye out in case there's a like a modded fish that lays fish eggs or something, but not really seeing anything. I think that's a dolphin over there, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that's just a dolphin. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if there are unique fish in the mod. We should be able to check. Because they'd have, like, presumably unique meat or something. Or spawn egg? Yeah, maybe that. Okay, alligator spawn egg. So alligators are a thing. Basilisk is a thing. Bonito? Is that a fish? That might be a fish. Yes. So there's bonitos. This is better. Because now you can actually see the icons. Mosquito DNA is a thing. Ostrich DNA. Oh, maybe I could have cloned more ostriches to make more eggs, but probably not. Reed frog. Okay, but Minecraft DNA does exist, so why was I not able to? Oh, maybe you have to like process the meat, but I also don't really care that much about that, I guess. All right. So yeah, it looks like there's one fish. So probably the bonito is the thing. Should Minecraft add sharks? Honestly, weird to me it doesn't already have sharks. They seem like a kind of an obvious include. Maybe they're just too vanilla. They're too regular animal. Do we think bonito are freshwater or oceanic fish? Deep sea? Surface? Like, I could probably just look up the actual animal, but where's the fun in that? Oops, I've rounded the bend far too much. Back this way. They're marine like tuna. Okay. I guess we just keep an eye out. Let me get the gold. Not what we came for, but not a bad haul. If the bonito are anything like the ostriches, they might be fairly rare. Because we've only ever seen the one ostrich. I am wondering if it would be worth trying to like raise ostriches, like clone them, because they, as far as I can tell, they don't lay eggs. I know that's a fact, and it doesn't seem like well, I mean, if we only have one to start with, we can't breed them anyway. But the one we did kill gave us 2 eggs, so if we kill an ostrich, get 2 eggs, then we can make 2 ostriches, so on and so forth. Is that another portal there? Or is that the same one? There's one there. And there's also... Oh, this is a whole other little ruin. Huh. I don't know what this is. Oops. How do you take everything out of a chest at one time? I don't know how you do that. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, I actually barely drown. Wait. Do I? Is there not a difficulty that's no mobs, but you can still, like, fucking die? Because that's surprisingly high regen. Did they, like, nerf or buff, depending on your perspective, peaceful at some point? Because I feel like when I used to play on peaceful in older versions of Minecraft, I still had to, like, fucking eat. I could still really easily die to, like, drowning and shit. I don't know what the hyper regen is, something else somewhere that I can adjust. I feel like this is different, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my memory is different. Yeah, I don't like that, actually, because I do like there to be some risk to, like, you know, looting. Okay, it looks like there's just the one chest there. Yeah, lava will definitely still kill me, I assume. If I can swim in lava, that's crazy. If I can swim in lava, I know for a fact they have nerfed or buffed, depending on your perspective, the peaceful settings to be more easy, because I've definitely died in lava a lot in peaceful. Is it quicker to just do this? Probably. A magic fishing pole unbreaking, meh. Okay, a bunch of stuff that is, again, not what I'm actually here for. I'm probably not even going to fuck with the treasure maps. I don't think I really care. I am very curious about this, though, if this was nerfed. Yeah, I mean, there's like mods now to make you get hungry and peaceful, but like, I swear to this was a base game thing. Like, am I completely full of shit? I feel like this is a new thing because when I look at this mod doesn't predate 120. This had to be like a 1.20 change or something. Right? Unless I had this in like the last time I played Peaceful, this was in the mod pack, something like this. But I don't think I've ever played anything like 120 plus. I think the last time I played Minecraft was on like 119. Huh. Well, whatever. It's a mystery for another time. Is it unethical to put lava in the enclosure of an animal? It depends. Just straight up in there so that they like fucking die? Yes. Unethical. As a decorative element that they can't like get to and hurt themselves on, that's probably fine, right? Wait, is this just magma? No, it is a portal. Holy crap, that's some gear. No gold here or anything that I can see. Oh, there's another... Is this a boat? This looks like a boat. Yeah, it is. Half of a boat. Oh god, let me out. Why can I not get out of here? Okay, I can go out the fucking window, though. How can I go out a window, but I can't get out the normal fucking entrance I came in? Am I stupid? Smithing template? What the fuck is a smithing template? Wait, what actually is that even? Almost a full set of golden tools. Curse of Vanishing. Unbreaking, Curse of Vanishing. How does Curse of Vanishing even work again? Coast Armor Trim. What is this? These are base game. I know nothing about this mechanic. I have no idea this is a thing. Do I think that orcas don't kill people because they know better than mess with their PR? Or is it that they're smart enough to hide the evidence? Maybe both, right? Maybe there's a big conspiracy cleaning up after orca serial killers. So is this like maybe a cosmetic thing? Sentry armor trim, Vex armor trim? Like I assume this sounds like it would be cosmetically applying different looks to the armor. That would be my guess. Anyway, where are we now? Here. None of this was the original goal of this trip. Oh, I'm still a ways off from the swamp. Did I? No, this was always the route I had to take. Because I had to go down and around the continent. I am aware of the Vaporeon copy pasta. It's really hard out there for Vaporeon fans. They just can't talk about their enjoyment anymore. Let's check this boat over here. I don't know if I've been to this one. I feel like I have, but because it's kind of obvious, and we were in this part of the map. In fact, this like barely submerged chest is familiar, but no, we have not actually been here. Huh. Well. Or do we miss one? Yeah, we were here and we missed a chest. Okay. There. Weird hill over there. Sorry, what was that animal? Is that a... Oh, that's probably a goat laying there, right? Can we collect turtle DNA? Nope. Ooh, we did get goat. So goat DNA is a thing. Interesting. Pig is not. No, fuck off. Leave me alone. Which franchise was a fan of first? Pokemon or Jurassic? Jurassic. I was there for the first movie in 1993. Pokemon wasn't stateside yet in 93. Pokemon was what? 97? Or was the game 96? I got into Pokemon right away too. With the Game Boy Color game. Maybe the anime at the same time? I don't remember, honestly. The anime did not keep my interest for very long, but the game did. And the card game, but mostly the game. The video game, that is. I was into the trifecta for a while. Yeah, there's definitely some furry bait Pokemon in later games. Okay, past this, there's the swamp proper. Alright, I am gonna put a chest down here, I think, and leave some stuff behind, because I don't want to carry all this crap. But I also don't want to just throw it in the ocean. Chicken? No, I already tried chicken DNA. Mushroom DNA? Not a thing. Alright, don't give a shit about you. Actually, let's just leave like everything here that we don't need for walking around. Okay, if I put a Curse of Vanishing thing in a chest, does it disappear? No, I don't know how Curse of Vanishing works. I don't understand. Well, I might as well keep the shovel. Both a mommy implant kink is one way to think about that. So that's Royal Fern. Is that modded? That looks modded. That doesn't look like it quite blends in. Yeah, that's Jurassic Saga. No. Can I take plant DNA? No. We'll keep the fern. That might be useful for some reason. Yeah, Steve is a strange character. Okay, no sheep DNA. So witch hut down there? Let's head towards the witch hut. I don't know if there's... Is there ever anything in a witch hut but like a cauldron and a flower pot? Cow DNA is a thing. Weird. Why is cow DNA a thing but sheep DNA isn't? Maybe cows actually do have like a gene that's relevant. You thought you saw frogs. Where? Did I miss the frogs? Oh shit. That's gotta be an alligator, right? Hey buddy. Listen. Just let me steal some of your DNAs. Okay, do I fight an alligator in his home turf? This might be a really bad idea. You get the fuck back here! I'm not done with you. Okay, I killed an alligator and I did in fact get alligator eggs. Huge. Now, I don't know... Maybe like a mid-sized theropod could be like an alligator egg? That could be a thing. How do I mine alligator? Oh, there's a ton of gators. Holy shit. It's 6 gator eggs, so every gator drops 3, I guess. Nothing but me and my stone hatchet killing gators. That one didn't drop eggs? Maybe that one was a boy. I don't see fish or gator eggs anywhere. Might not be guaranteed. Oh, there's the eggs. They floated up too quickly. Yeah, I suppose them being passive is not unusual in a Minecraft sense. I mean, it is unusual, but... Cat DNA. Nope. No kitty. Mosquito. Okay, mosquito DNA is the thing. We need to kill him. Where's egg? No egg. So, yeah, don't know how mosquito eggs work. Unless they're like a chance to drop. I don't know if human cloning's a thing. Yeah, it is weird that we found that many gators, but can't find any freaking ostriches. But I guess it's probably because water spawn versus land spawn or something? They're probably separate in Minecraft, right? Here, froggy, froggy, froggy. Thought I heard something. A frog. Thank you for your DNA. And thank you for your life. No frog egg. Well, now I'm just a son of a bitch for killing a frog. I'm contributing to the collapse of the ecosystem. Frog took an axe like a champ. Okay. I'm gonna kill another one just in case they only have a chance to drop an egg. I'm sorry, frog. It's nothing personal, kid. Alright, no egg. I'm guessing frog eggs maybe don't drop yet. Unless they do function like chickens or something. Do you want some seeds? I feel like I need to feed you a bug. Just in case I need the blue for something. I suppose, yeah, I suppose you do render a species extinct in this game. But they can be reincarnated, so like it's fine, right? Maybe. So got one more end portal over there we could check out for fun, I suppose. I think I should use up my other syringes, maybe. Maybe I bring back more frog DNA. Ah, so this is a pumpkin patch. I was wondering what the orange was. This might be different. This is definitely different over there. Yeah. It's distinctly more orange. Well, maybe it's like Game of Thrones rules. The eggs are magic and can always just kind of hatch eventually whenever under nebulous literary circumstances. Oh, what the... Was this... Is this like a weird loading glitch on the edge? Because now it's gone here. That must be some sort of map bug. Like unloaded pixels or something? Because that's definitely not correct. I was hoping I'd see some more frogs on this trip, but no luck. Fire protection helmet, not irrelevant. Oh my God, please. It is 10 o'clock. I probably need to wrap up soon. Need to go do some shopping before I hit the gym, I think, so I don't want to wait too long. I'm definitely going to get back to the chest, though. I don't want to leave that or I'll forget. Oh, my traditional battle mount is a Carno, of course. I hear you. I'm gonna kill you. Where is it? Is it on the tree? Oh my God, kill him! How does a mosquito take more than one hit? Oh. They're really disgusting. Like, they're really well modeled, but I fucking hate them. And the sounds. Eh. Okay, well, none of them ever drop an egg. I think we can safely say mosquito eggs don't drop. All right, I've done humanity a service though. Used a Carno and Arc, and I think I had one in RimWorld too. Maybe even in 2 different series of RimWorld, because I had a dinosaur one before on the other channel at one point. Would like to find a frog before we wrap up again. I think there was some frogs over this way that we left alive. Yeah, the mosquitoes are appropriately awful. Hate that sound so goddamn much. Here, Froggy, Froggy, I just want a sample of your blood. I won't hurt you. You're gonna head out? Alright, we're gonna wrap up soon anyway. Probably next 10 minutes or something like that, so I'll catch you later. Thanks for coming by. I just need one frog, and then I can take all of his blood. I hear a frog. There he is. Alright, frog blood acquired. So the boat should be right there. So that way. I think I'm going to get to the boat. I'm going to pull out of the chest everything I want to bring back, and then jump in the boat, and then end stream. I think I'll be able to figure out whenever we play again where base was. And go from there. Still don't have any plans to make this a regular thing, despite the fact that we've streamed it twice in a week, essentially. Fuck that. But I will probably come back to it again at some point on a stream. It could be next week, it could be a month, who knows. Just kind of when I feel like it, I think, is how we'll treat it. I do think next time we play, the big thing is like a big mining push, because we have, you know, a big herbivore pen essentially made now, and we just don't have anything to put in it. Unless we need to do that. Also figure out if this DNA we took from these animals is useful. Well, surely it's gotta be, right? Alright, so I want my blood from your blood. Take one flint and steel with me. I'm bringing the ferns. Don't need the oak. Need the gator eggs. I'm gonna probably leave the treasure map. I don't think I care about the treasure. I guess I'll take the smithing template out of because it's a curiosity. Fishing rod for novelty, maybe. Paper, feathers, a golden apple for novelty. Because a lot of these maps are like near here. Or should I... No, I don't think I'm going to collect the treasure because my inventory is already pretty full. Will Oviraptor ever clear its name? I mean, it feels like it should have already cleared its name, but it's just... Every time it feels like people are... Like that's leaving public perception, then something like Dominion happens and throws it in there again. I guess I'll keep the clock and the bell. Maybe I'll leave inventory slot open for like the boat, or we find something else on the way. Alright, so let me point myself towards home. It looks like there's actually a passage here that we could thread, but it's not going to be a thing. The house could use a bell. Yeah, perhaps. Is that lapis? What is this? That is lapis. I didn't know that could spawn that close to the surface. Must be a biome thing, maybe? No! The worst way to do mining like this. Oh my god. Fuck off. There's a rock right here I can sit on. I don't know what I'm doing. Doing it the worst way possible. Besides, Mononicus is the new egg eater. If you believe the Manipulonics hype. Alright, I think we'll leave here. I'll catch you later. That's it for the stream. JW3 on Sat.